Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are talking Garcelle Beauvoir. Or it might be Garcelle Beauvais. Sorry if I'm totally butchering your last name, Garcelle. My apologies. But there are some excerpts that are coming from Garcelle's book. As you guys know, it dropped this past Tuesday of this week. And there's some tea, you guys. There is some tea on some potential suitors that Garcelle missed out on. One being Will Smith and one being Michael Jordan. So let's get into it. This is coming from Complex, and it says, Garcelle, who is soon set to return to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for its upcoming 12th season, has provided fans with some insight on the moment she decided to, quote, exit stage left with regards to her and Will's brief relationship in the 90s. On a recent episode of Los Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang podcast, Garcelle looked back on what she described as a relationship that wasn't of the, quote, long-lasting variety, as she detailed a subsequent report from Madame Noir. Beauvoir first met Smith on the set of Fresh Prince. According to Beauvoir, her decision to exit came after realizing things were getting serious between Will and Jada, who would go on to marry in 1997 and remain a couple to this day. I remember one day calling Will, and he was in the car, and his son with Sheree, they were in the back. The irony in this, because she's really good friends with Sheree, and Sheree. And Sheree is going to be on the upcoming season of Beverly Hills Housewives show. So I think she's going to be a friend of Garcelle, but I think they're trying to get her full time. And, basically he was in the car with his oldest son, Trey, that he has with Sheree. And she said in the podcast, referencing Sheree Zampino and Will's son, Trey, so he picked up the car, Bluetooth or whatever it was back in the day, or speakerphone or whatever it was, and he said, hey, how are you doing? And I said, I'm great. From there, Garcelle said she heard this little voice in the background to ask Will if it was Miss Jada on the phone, and that's where I was like, okay, I'm not the only one. Exit stage left, she said, laughing. Hear the full episode below. And as Real Housewives enthusiasts will note, both Garcelle and Sheree, who's also now a star on a reality franchise, previously discussed the Oscar-winning King Richard actor during a 2020 episode of the series. And this week, she just released her new book, Love Me As I Am. In it, excerpts filled with the piece from Us Weekly. She also gave fans some Michael Jordan intel. While reflecting on her earlier modeling days, Garcelle revealed that, and was giving a story recalling how she met the legendary NBA star and being impressed with him when Jordan offered to have him join him on a trip to Hawaii. However, she declined. I was impressed with how tall and handsome he was. He took me on a golf date after the shoot and showed me how to hold a club properly and swing. Like a naive girl, I was clutching my pearls and shocked by the idea of going to Hawaii with a man I had just met. Further addressing this moment, she said, I blew that one. Love Me As I Am, the Beverly Hills Housewives latest season. And meanwhile, this will premiere on May 11th, the new season on Bravo. Also featured on this year's cast are Erica Jane, Kyle Richards, Lisa Rinna, and more, you guys. You guys. What? Garcelle, girl. So you fumbled the situation with, I'm more interested in this Michael Jordan thing, but I totally understand why you would turn down like an immediate trip to Hawaii. But Michael Jordan, quite as it's kept, he has really courted a lot of like the top black women in the industry and really has kept his affairs on a tight leash. Like it's literally like Teflon. Like either his former teammates have either spilled about these alleged liaisons or sometimes the women themselves, but it's like people have this false image of Michael Jordan, and it's hilarious because all these black women he has been after, whether it's models, singers, or whoever, he's had his own list of women that he's wanted to get with. However, I do notice that none of them, it's never gotten serious. He still ends up marrying people who are not famous. So I don't know what that necessarily means. As for the Will Smith situation, I'm wondering what was supposed to come of that, if it was supposed to lead to something, if this was around the time that Jada was having second thoughts about marrying Will, maybe, and maybe at that point Will potentially was exploring options just in case Jada pulled out and didn't want to marry him. But that could have been a whole... Can you imagine if that ended up going somewhere and Will dropped Jada and ended up marrying Garcelle and having kids with her instead? And remember who Garcelle ends up marrying, right? She ends up marrying somebody who cheated on her, that she exposed. So this is a complete fumble, you guys. A complete fumble. But I understand, I guess, with how some of these celebrities move, you just don't know. You don't know if they're really into you for you, or if they're into you for like a quick hookup or some type of an affair, and then they end up with somebody else. So I understand from that standpoint of her declining the Hawaii trip with Michael Jordan, as well as, Will Smith's son, keeping tabs on his dad, on who he's talking to. Hilarious. Asking if that's Jada. Hilarious. So that is very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting tea. Do you guys think that Garcelle fumbled the bag by declining a trip to Hawaii with the Michael Jordan, Mr. Six-time NBA champion, the GOAT of basketball to some, or do you think that was the right decision? Do you think she fumbled with Will Smith, or do you think it was the right decision? What are your guys' thoughts? Please let me know in the comments, and I cannot wait to see what your reactions are. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bar so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.